If you think this has any chance of working out, you need to come back down to reality. There's no way on God's green earth that this is going to work out the way people think it is. And trust me, we're going to dive deep into detail on what's going on. So if you're new to this channel and love basketball content, what are you doing? Join the family. Hit that subscribe button and leave a like for more on the road to 100K. And without further ado, let's dive straight into it. So a day ago, Overtime, the big mixtape company, came out with the huge announcement that they're going to be creating their own basketball league. Before I say anything about it, let me just show you what they said and what they posted. The league is for quote unquote top hoopers and it's called Overtime Elite. Every single player will be guaranteed a 6-figure salary and be given OT equity. If you don't know what that means, it's basically talking about like stocks and shares in a company. To go along with that, there will be world-class sports science facility basketball development. It doesn't just stop there though. You got individualized academics, finance, plus media, plus brand, and 100K in college tuition. And of course, like anything, when stuff like this is announced, people only think of the positives, but you gotta think about the negatives too. I'm not going to lie, I was shocked because I haven't seen any negative responses or comments about this. And I'm not trying to be negative whatsoever, I'm just trying to tell you the real truth. People are way too excited about this and I get the hype. It's big for high school players because instead of going to college, this is a different route and you can get paid. So therefore, I can understand why some of you watching this and high schoolers would be excited. Let me clarify this before we go any farther. If you don't understand what this league is, it's for players who don't want to go to college. Instead of going to college and not getting paid, or instead of going to the G League, they can choose this route. I will admit, it sounds cool, but as soon as it was announced, I can't be the only one who thought this is not going to work and it's almost stupid to even try. But like always, they're not going to talk about the downside, they're just going to hype it up. But you know how we rock on this channel, we're going to look at everything. So this league, quote unquote Overtime Elite, will be competing with the NCAA and overseas leagues and the G League. As of right now when I'm making this video, they're looking to employ about 30 kids. And every kid's going to be guaranteed a minimum 100K. If you can't do basic math, that means they're going to be paying these kids minimum $3 million. And it's probably going to be around 4 or 5 million. That's just the players. Keep in mind, they're going to have to pay the refs, they're going to have to pay the teams, they're going to have to build gyms and all that good stuff. Quote unquote, Overtime will offer each athlete, some as young as 16, a minimum 100K annually. And like I said, it's going to be more than that because they're going to have a signing bonus and a small number of shares in the business. Then to top that off even more on the financial side, they're going to provide every player with health and disability insurance. And there's more, they're going to put $100,000 aside for college scholarship money if these players don't want to play basketball. If you really want to look at it, that means they're giving each player minimum 200K. Now that bumps the total up to 6 million in total minimum. I know. You're sitting there thinking the same thing I am. Where is Overtime getting this money? Look, I understand they're a big media company and they sell merch and all that good stuff, but they don't have this money that they're claiming they do. What they're gonna do is, it's fairly simple. They're gonna take on a loan or they're gonna get some investors. Please keep in mind, we're just talking about paying the players. They're gonna have to pay a minimum 6 million for that. We're not talking about food, the staff, the coach, and all the gyms and that good stuff. We're talking about an easy 15 to 20 million right there. But, like I said earlier in this video, they're not going to talk about that. Am I trying to be negative? No, I'm just speaking what they don't want to tell you. I hope this works out and it would be cool, but I'm just trying to be a realist and there's no way it's going to. Maybe in a year from now, I'll look back and I'll be completely wrong, but I'm 99% sure that's not going to happen. A big downside that's in very small print in this deal is that the players who accept the deal will forfeit their ability to play in high school or college basketball. I know some of you may think that's not a big deal, but that's huge because that could ruin your career. Because think about this, if you sign that contract and this league doesn't pan out and they cancel it or whatever, you can't even play college basketball or high school basketball anymore. Even though the league flopped, you signed the contract, so you gotta pay the consequences. There's no way if I was an athlete, I would even think about or consider this option right now. Moving on and talking about something else, as of right now, they haven't decided what they want to do with the players and the family. They're thinking about having it where the players and the family move to one city, where those players will live and train together, and over time will also hire people to teach them about education. Once again, I'm not trying to make it all about money, but you gotta pay those teachers. This is all just going on, so no players have been signed yet, but the president has said they're confident they can sign as many as they want. Quote unquote, we think our system will be amazing for their basketball development. Will every single player make the NBA? Maybe not every single one of them, but the large majority will become professionals. Of course, they was asked about what if the league flops, then you're ruining a kid's eligibility, and here's what they had to say. We are genuine and really investing in hiring really serious and legitimate people to run every aspect of the company. I don't want to mess around with kids' lives. I don't want people to mess around with my kids' lives. There's a more obligation that goes with that. And about the money situation, here's what they had to say. Overtime is quote unquote extremely well capitalized. They've raised a meaningful amount of cash in a previous undisclosed funding round last fall. And that's what they're using to pay these players, employees, housing, office, gym, and education spaces. You may fool these kids, but anyone with a brain knows that Overtime didn't just randomly make $25 million in a year. It's investing, that's how they're getting the money. There's nothing wrong with getting an investment, but here's the thing, if it doesn't work out, Overtime will probably be out of business. Or not out of business, but they're gonna be in the hole. And of course, we all know that there's been many attempts to start something like this. Most famously, LeVar Ball started the JBA, and a lot of people thought that was gonna work, but it completely flopped. I think if anyone was gonna have a good opportunity of doing something like this, it was gonna be LeVar Ball, because he had LaMelo Ball, and that guy had all the media hype in the world. But however, with all that being said, I don't think money and all that's gonna be a problem for Overtime, because like they said, they got enough capital. The problem and the biggest factor is going to be signing these kids basically souls away from the college level. They're looking to sign people who are graduating high school and current high school kids. Some will be interested, but you got to keep in mind too that a lot of people just like that high school experience and they don't want to trade that away. Once again, let me make this clear, I'm not trying to be a hater, I'm just being a realist. In reality, Overtime's looking at minimum spending 35 to 40 million on this whole stunt. And even if it works for a year, 2 years, or 3 years, they're still not gonna make that money back right away. I don't know how anybody with a functional brain right now thinks this has any chance of working. Because too, a way they're going to get money from this is to sell tickets to fans, and with this whole virus still going on, we don't know when it's going to end, they're going to be losing money from that. There's no way this is going to work, and I think it's flat out stupid. Let me know in the comments what you think about this, but with all that being said, that's going to wrap up this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys learned something. If you're new to the channel, what are you doing? Join the family, hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 100K, and leave a like for more. And as always, let's be great. I'm out, y'all. Peace.